Hello there my fellow Holotel heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. Hopefully you had a productive week and that you're looking forward to get your weekend started. But first, as always, a brand new challenge is upon us, and this time we are taken to Endor, so the home world of Ewoks. And guess what? We have to use Ewoks. So we do have home court advantage versus the Empire, so hopefully you can get max crate. I guess it'll depend on the level of your Ewoks. I was able to get all the feats done with my Ewoks in a single battle. And then, you know, for those that maybe don't have like good Ewoks enough, I'll show you a couple of different battles there for the remaining feats and as well Ewoks on tier 6. Now, as always, there'll be YouTube chapters below if you want to skip through. Otherwise, let's go ahead and review the modifiers. It's actually one of my favorite modifiers, the Endor. It's a really fun one because all units gain a Rally the Tribe ability, and then the cooldown is kind of shared across the team, and then depends on who uses it, you get different bonuses. For today, mostly you will want to use it with attackers to get mass assist, or with healers or support to gain extra turn meter. You don't really using it with tanks today probably is not going to be all that useful. And now in terms of the modifier for our Ewoks, it's okay, I guess. We get some counter chance. Most importantly, we get extra speed, so we can get a jump start on these guys. And then whenever the enemy attacks out of turn, hitting us, they will get stunned. And then in terms of the enemy modifier, they are getting just, you know, the standard Empire modifier, which means they get extra stat boosts across the board. Most annoyingly, whenever the leader uses a special ability, will be calling everybody to assist. And then finally, they also have Snow Trooper Operative summoned to the field as well. Now we are facing guard lead this time, which means they will be counter-attacking. So landing days on them right out of the gate will be very, very important. Anyway, more about that once we get into the battles. So looking at the feats, we have to win obviously with a full Ewok squad, and then the other two feats are removing 400% turn meter and as well inflicting damage over time 30 times. Now if you got good Ewoks, you can get all of the feats done in a single battle. So depending obviously what Ewoks you have leveled up, what you're gonna use, obviously Chirpa lead is gonna be there. We need Nisa, she'll be key here for her, you know, constant assists, damage over times. And then Logray I think is very important as well with the days, so we stop all their counter attacks and things like that, and stop Piet from gaining a bonus turn meter. Paplu is there, nice as well, and I guess that last slot is Wicked, Elder. I guess it really depends on what you've got. Luckily my Logray is Relic 7 thanks to the Rise of the Empire territory battles. I've done it for the operations. But anyway, let me show you the mods, because I did have to remote a couple of my Ewoks for this one. Now I did not remote Chirpa. Chirpa is there really just for the lead, to be honest. Doesn't really matter. So the first remote I had to do was Logray, making sure that he goes first for my Ewoks, and also load him with potency so we can daze the enemies. Because if, you know, you hit somebody, they counterattack, you could be in trouble. That's why you need him to go first. Use the Hypnotize ability, which will remove turn meter from the target enemy, helping you with turn meter removal feat, as well as inflicting daze on all enemies. So he has to go first, and then after that Nisa as well is important. Load her with speed and potency, but I think for my testing I had to slow down Nisa a little bit, just she goes after Logray, because otherwise you counterattacks could finish her off very quickly before the daze is locked in. Now why we need potency on Nisa, two things. Her Yub-Nub ability, what it does is it will stun the target enemy and remove 100% turn meter, again helping us with the turn meter removal feat. And most importantly, from her unique, so whenever Ewok attacks out of turn, they will be inflicting a stack of damage over times. And this is where really the damage will come from, because Ewoks, they don't hit all that hard, at least here on tier 10. So just stacking up a lot of damage over times on the enemy will help you finish them off, you know, in a timely manner. So these are the two remotes I had to do for Logray and Nisa. The other guy, just whatever I have on them. Again, Wicked or Elder, I guess, for his 5th slot. Paplu's nice because he's got a Dispel on his basic ability. Just mod him for protection, you know, so he can take a few hits when he's taunting. Okay, so these are my Ewoks and the mods, and let's go ahead and hop in the battle and let me show you how I run this team, what I was doing. So we need Logray to go first, and let's go ahead and see if we can push back turn meter on Throne and as well land days on everybody. Perfect, there we go. Because you don't want Throne taking a turn because he can cleanse the days with his turn meter swap ability. Then Nissa goes second. Let's see if we can stun, remove turn meter from Piet. Didn't stun him, did remove turn meter as well. So really kind of Throne and Piet are the main threats. After you take them down, things become obviously a lot easier. These guys don't have a way to cleanse, don't have a way to daze you and things like that. So you can then keep them under control. All out on Throne now, just keep using all the special abilities you have, so you're getting all those assists. There we go, just keep stacking as many thermal detonators damage over times as you can. Let's go ahead, use Rally the Tribe ability because Nissa's an attacker. We got a mass assist. Throne down so that we took care of the first threat, and this is where Paple comes in handy, dispelling the taunt on his basic from Royal Guard, so we can now turn our attention over to Piet. Keep using specials so we keep getting assists. So you can see Nissa is assisting a lot. Piet's tenacity is rather high, so you know it'll take a little bit longer to actually put a lot of damage over times on him, but eventually you do get it. There we go. Let's reapply the days with a Logray, remove some turn meter there. They get a few hits in, but because they're days, they can't really do a whole lot, to be honest. We'll just keep going after Piet. Let's go ahead and do another mass assist. There we go. Piet's down as well. And at this point, you could probably just hit autoplay and win. But what I wanted to do is just stall the battle as long as I could, just to make sure I get turn meter removal feat done as well. Because, you know, without feat trackers, anyone gets. So I was just kind of stalling out here. Whenever you have like Wicket and Paplu, they can call somebody for assist. Nissa as well. I kept calling Logray to assist because remember, under Chirpa lead, whenever we use basic, we gain bonus turn meter. So I wanted Logray to get as many turns as I could, so he could keep, you know, using his hypnotize ability, removing turn meter and reapplying the days. Yeah, in this case, stalling is the name of the game. There we go, another turn meter removal there. Just kind of go ahead here. You have to deal with the taunt again. We can remove turn meter as well with Nissa there. And hopefully at this point, you know, turn meter removal feat maybe was done, maybe it was not. Is anyone guess here? I just kind of kept going after Royal Guard at this point, waiting for Snow Trooper to get out of stealth. There we go. Let's go ahead, use Hypnotize again, removing turn meter from whoever's got the highest turn meter. And I'm just gonna go ahead, put a few hits on Snow Trooper operative as well. Again, just stalling the battle here. Let's see if we can get to another turn meter removal or not. There we go. I got Hypnotize again. So hopefully this will get turn meter removal feat done for you. For me it did. Solve feats in a single battle, single attempt, no need to retry. Max crate unlocked. Now if your Ewoks are not good enough to get tier 10 done, you can get on tier 10 the turn meter removal and damage over time feat done with Darth Vader lead. Because remember with his lead, well, Zeta on his lead as well will help a lot here. Damage over times obviously are not a problem, but here really turn meter removal, we have 50% chance to remove 20% turn meter whenever Empire or Sith deal damage to the enemy. That's why I got Throne in there, Treya for the control and things like that. And then as well, when he assists on his basic, whenever somebody uses special with tech, will as well removing turn meter. Most importantly here, you want dash to go first, so you can just lock in the days, so you don't have to worry about counterattacks. And then we go into Merciless, start spamming Force Crush, just do a round of basics. Actually having Snow Trooper operative in here really helps get back-to-back Merciless very fast, because we have an extra target, so an extra bonus turn that we can deal with. Let's go ahead, use Rally the Tribe on Piet, push back some turn meter on him. I will also drop a Fracture, so you know, Piet is annoying, so let's go ahead and just lock him in. Then I'm gonna put another tag there over on Dash. Let's go ahead and isolate the Royal Guard, so we don't have to deal with his taunt. Then they get a few turns. I don't really get thrown there, cleansed Piet. Alright, anyway, there we go, another round of Merciless online already. So let's go ahead and do a round of Force Crush and basics. There we go, just keep doing basics here. Removing some turn meter, nice. Basic over there as well. Again, let's go ahead and do a force crush, more damage over times. And now we can use Rally the Tribe with Dash, because his support this will feed turn meter to the team. And at this point things are, you know, under control. We got everybody for the most part dazed, stunned, ability blocked, so they can't do a whole lot. Piet there, unfortunately, got away from us just because Strong cleansed days of him. And then Piet, whenever we deal damage to his Empire allies, he's gaining bonus turn meter. But anyway, we took care of Snowtrooper operative already. Let's go ahead, reapply the days, get thrown out of here. Obviously, you know, just kind of a little bit stalling again. You know, without feat tracker, we have no idea did you get turn meter removal feat done or not. But it's a pretty straightforward affair, to be honest. After you get thrown down, then just kind of keep going around, stalling the battle. You know, get your damage over times very easily, but the turn meter removal feat. It also helps that thrown on fracture as well removes turn meter, which is nice. And there you go, this will now complete the damage over times as well as turn meter removal feat on tier 10, which, you know, even without doing Ewoks, you got your silver crate, you got your 2 Omicrons, so that's all what you can do, not a problem. You know, anyway, the Omicrons are the real rewards in these galactic challenges. You can also then hop down to tier 6 and just, you know, give your Ewoks a shot. I think as long as you got, you know, those C3PO unlock requirements, Ewoks probably is gonna be good enough. Like, I got really just some bad mods on these Ewoks. I think some of them are even missing mods. And on tier 6 was able to knock it out, because you can see no Zetas here on tier 6 for the enemies. So they don't have all of their abilities maxed out, so it becomes a little bit easier to manage with them. Again, let's go ahead, lock in the days, get some turn meter with Rally the Tribe. And then we'll just go all here on Piet, so he counterattacks, stuns himself, and then we'll turn our attention to Thrawn. As you've seen in the first battle, Thrawn can cleanse the days, and that can be a little bit annoying. So let's see if we can get him down before he gets a turn. There we go. Let's go ahead, keep hitting specials. Without Nisa, you know, a little bit less assist, but, you know, it was still enough. Let's just go ahead, I guess. Yeah, use Rally Tribe, give some turn meter to the team. Let's call an assist here on Elder. So if you're running Elder in your squad, I guess whenever you have an ability to call to assist, you can target Elder, because his basic will be feeding a bonus turn meter to the team. Let's just go ahead, see if we can get thrown out quickly here. Rally the Tribe, push turn meter to the squad, do an AoE. There we go, thrown down. And then we now turn our attention over to Piet, see if we can finish him as well. Before, you know, he maybe dispels our buffs or something. So we just keep hitting specials. We're getting those assists. Let's get the force set up. Mass assist on Piet. Let's go ahead and use Rally the Tribe with Wicked, because Wicked's an attacker. Again, we get mass assist. Let's call here Pablo to assist, so we dispel the taunt from a Royal Guard, so I could finish off their Piet. And at this point, you're good to go. Basically, you can just hit autoplay with Thrawn and Piet down, and your Ewoks should be able to handle these guys without problems. Without, obviously, their Piet, they can't land days on you. Without Thrawn, they can't cleanse. So things become obviously a lot more manageable. But otherwise, full auto here at this point. Wait a minute or so and your Ewoks should be able to handle this with ease. And there we go, tier 6 with Ewoks, not too challenging again, as long as you got your kind of Ewoks at C3PO unlock level with some Zeta sprinkled in, you should be able as well to unlock Gold Crate quite easily. And there you go guys, that's all for today's video. Hopefully it was useful and helpful. Let me know in the comments below how you guys are getting on with today's challenge. But until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.